Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lydia and I am in the process of creating my own small candle business called Ridge's Candle Co. Today I need to pour some tester candles so I can hopefully, finally, put out some candles for you guys to enjoy. While I was doing that, I thought I could just go through a few get to know me questions and we can just have a nice chill video together. So let's jump right in. Starting off with a very basic question. How old are you? I am 26 years old. How tall are you? I am about 5'8". Kind of a tall girl. I don't notice it too much until I have to buy pants. Then it's the most annoying thing in the world. Favorite dessert? It is very difficult to choose just one, but if I had to, I would say these cookies that my mom makes called triple chocolate pudding chip cookies. It's basically a chocolate chip cookie. You add chocolate pudding mix to the batter, so then instead of a light brown, it's a dark brown, and then you add multiple different kinds of chocolate chips in. It is so good. If you ever find a recipe for it, make it. But I love all kinds of desserts. Definitely have a huge sweet tooth. What would your last meal be? I would choose, once again, a family recipe that my mom makes. It's called taco soup. Delicious. My ultimate comfort food. And then I would also do anything Mexican, Italian, steak or burger, just stuff like that. And before I forget to say it, this is a tester candle of my Egyptian amber scent. What is your favorite season and why? Honestly, to answer that question, I think you just need to look at my skin color and you'll just know the answers. Fall, obviously. It's my favorite because I love a bit of chilly weather. Not cold weather, but chilly weather. And I love getting to wear sweaters, sweatshirts, sweatpants, cozy socks, the whole shebang. And I just like how peaceful and colorful everything looks. It's my favorite scents for the year are always fall. I love the desserts, the apple, the pumpkin, the cinnamon, all those kinds of things are always just so good. Who makes you laugh the most? That would be my husband. I have told him several times that if he was not funny, we would never have gotten married. One of the main things I was looking for in a lifelong partner was someone who would make me laugh because otherwise it feels very boring, and he is genuinely the funniest person I've ever met. Worked out pretty well for me. I've actually realized I want to do other testers as well, so let's clean another jar. Do you believe in aliens? I used to not believe in it, just because when you think of aliens, you think of those little green men, but honestly, it's any form of life other than ours. But then I saw the movie Contact, and one of the lines has stuck with me ever since, where they say, if there's no one else out there, that's an awfully big waste of space. So now I believe in them. I don't know if it's, what we typically think of as an alien, but it could just be like a microorganism somewhere else out there. So I think they exist. What are you most grateful for? I'll give the most cliche answer. I am the most grateful for my friends and family. They are absolutely incredible. I'm so, so fortunate to have grown up with and lived with so many great influential people in my life. I'm also really grateful for my health, for my friends and family's health, for the life I'm able to have with a roof over my head and, the ability to afford food and the ability to do this as my mostly full-time job. A lot of things to be grateful for when so many people out there have it so rough, which is, heartbreaking. Favorite animal? I am a huge dog person. Always have, always will be. Cats are starting to grow on me a bit, though I can never own one, unfortunately. Husband is allergic. As far as wild animals go, there is this leopard called the clouded leopard. It's in between a house cat and like tiger size. It is the cutest thing I've ever seen. There's a woman that comes up on my Instagram reels that has a clouded leopard in her animal sanctuary, and she gets to hold and cuddle it. And I am so jealous. I want to do that so badly. I also really like a tree kangaroo. I think they're just funky looking. Those are also really cute and a little unique. You don't really get to hear about them often. Do you play any sports? I do not currently. From the age of like 3 to 12, I did dance. From 3 to 14, I did soccer. In high school, I did track. I actually did hurdles on the track team, so that was very fun. I wish I could do some form of team sport now as an adult, just because I feel like I miss out on the community part, but I am not at the same level of fitness as I was back then, which I miss. What is your most embarrassing moment? Oh God, my whole life. If I had to pick a couple, I would say the first is when I was in 8th grade. There was a guy that I had a crush on that I sat next to. They gave us lollipops at some point. He looked at me and he was like, hey, with the lollipop in my mouth. I said, sup. When you eat a lollipop, obviously you have a lot more saliva. So as I was saying sup, I drooled all over his desk right in front of him. So that was fun. And then the other embarrassing moment, which genuinely keeps me up at night, is when I was in high school and I was taking a driver's ed class. We were in this classroom setting full of all these people from multiple different schools, and we were talking about drinking and driving. The instructor's talking about parties and coming home from parties, and he said, has anyone here ever not been to a party? Now, I was very lame in high school. Unbelievably lame. Still to this day am, honestly. I had not been to a party, and so I raised my hand. In a room of 50 people, I was the only one who said I hadn't been to a party. I might as well have had a neon flashing sign that said dork across my face. And the instructor literally said to me, really? You haven't been to a party? And I said, yes. Oh God, that one's awful. I hate that. I hate thinking about it. I have been to a party since though, so we're moving up in the world. Favorite clothing item. Like I said before, I love fall. I love sweatshirts, sweatpants, all those kinds of things. My favorite sweatshirt is one that my dad has had since I think college or something. But I used to drive his car in high school and I found it in the back of the trunk one day and I stole it. So I've had it ever since and it's my absolute favorite. I wish I was more fashionable. I love the look of clothes, but going shopping for them stresses me out. As I've gotten older, I just want to be comfortable. I want to look cute, but I need the cute to be comfortable. If you had to be a teacher, what subject would you teach? I would definitely be a math teacher. I was a math major in college and I actually tutored in our university learning center, so right up my alley. I had thought about being a teacher for a bit actually. Then I remembered when I was in school, I would look around and be like, I don't want to deal with these people. So if I thought that way as a kid, why would I think that doing it as an adult would be any different? Yeah, math teacher for sure. What superpower would you choose? I am so nosy and so anxious that I would probably choose to read people's minds, but specifically having the ability to choose when I can read their minds, like being able to turn it on and off. I don't want to read people's thoughts all the time. Honestly, I think a lot of my anxious thoughts would be solved by knowing what other people are thinking, but then it could also create a lot of other problems for me. But that's what I would want to do. Do you have any tattoos or piercings? I do have both of my ears double pierced. Also, I really only use the first hole anymore. And then I don't have any tattoos. I'm very indecisive. And if I think about what tattoos I would have gotten when I was younger and how much I would have regretted those now, it really stops me from getting something now. So if I ever were to get a tattoo, it would have to be something that's very sentimental and is never gonna change its meaning for me. But I've yet to find something like that. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to get a tattoo eventually. I do love the look of some of them. Some of the art is just incredible that people can do. I've just been yapping. I literally haven't been doing anything. What is something about yourself that you are working on? I'm trying to work on being less of a perfectionist and putting so much pressure. I do have very high standards for myself. Even with the business, I want everything to be absolutely perfect before I even send it out to people. So I think that's why testing candles specifically has been taking me so long, because I worry that they're not strong enough, they're gonna burn someone's house down, which obviously they're not. Just all these little things get in my head and I can't stop thinking about them. I don't think I'm ever gonna reach the quote unquote perfect candle. I'm gonna keep trying, but that's just not possible, not financially viable. I feel like I'm pretty close, so hopefully soon. But even just in life, I'm just trying to give myself a lot more grace. There we go. It's much hotter. Here's where I need to concentrate. Oh, too much. There we go. Okay. Dump that in. What are your favorite hobbies? I'm a basic girl. Unfortunately, I just got cut off because my phone ran out of storage. So unfortunately, I missed the pour of the Egyptian amber. Anyways, like I was saying, my favorite hobbies are reading, hanging out with friends, doing some sort of craft. I was really into crochet for a bit. Love a paint by numbers. I've really been getting into photography recently. I took a photography class in college, so it's been really fun getting to get into that again with the product photos. Too much again. Oh, got it exactly. Next question is, what kind of music do you like? I'm kind of all over the place with it. I always say that I like songs over artists. So my music collection is a big sampling from a bunch of different genres. But I do really love like alt pop, alt rock, some pop in there for sure. I think my top artist this year was 21 Pilots. But if you're into like the alt pop, alt rock, a very underrated band is called The Rex. Highly recommend. So, so good. Seen them in concert a couple times and they just seem like really cool people. Next question is, what is your biggest regret? I have to say, my biggest regret is probably caring what other people think about me. I let other people's opinions of me control a lot of my life for a long time, and it was just exhausting. And honestly, I'm still guilty of it to this day. But I just realized that, you know what? It's my life. It's not theirs, so why do I care? And so I just want to live my life the way that I want to live it without having all this input from other people, because at the end of the day, I'm going to be the one who's living it, not anyone else. What is your biggest accomplishment? Surrounding myself with really good people, and recently gaining the ability to stand up to people who don't treat me the way that me or any other person should be treated. I'm definitely a huge people pleaser, and I just want to, curl and hide and do anything to appease everyone so that no one's mad at me. Sometimes you just kind of have to stick to your morals and accept that someone's going to be mad at you, and that's okay, as long as you're doing what feels right. So yeah, that was a huge moment, getting to stick up for myself. And I'm really, really happy I did. My life has been so much better since. What is your least favorite chore? My least favorite chore is probably laundry. I don't mind like the act of doing it itself. It's just more so the fact that you can't do it all at once. There are stages to it, and my brain can't handle that. I would like to get everything done all at once and get it over with, but the fact that you have to wait for things to dry, wait for things to wash, fold them, put them away, it's just too much. Those are all poured, but I just have a couple questions left. Who is your celebrity crush? I have a few. Dylan O'Brien, Logan Lerman, Andrew Garfield, Chris Hemsworth, and Michael B. Jordan. They are all mostly for looks, although their personalities do seem very sweet. That's what's important in a man. Now, I am straight, but I would also like to include Zendaya, Margot Robbie, Emma Watson, Emma Stone, and Alexandra Daddario. Daddario. Absolutely stunning. Would love to look like that. What is your biggest fear? One of my big fears is getting caught in the middle of the ocean and there's no one around. The open ocean or any other like vast expanse of land is terrifying. I need to feel grounded, and that's not it at all. I always think of those scenes from Finding Nemo where they're in the open ocean and you can't see anything, and then all of a sudden a whale's there. So that freaks me out. I also have a huge fear of throwing up. I think it's called emetophobia. I only recently started cooking with raw meat. It's like that bad. I am terrified. But honestly, biggest one is dying, losing friends and family, being no afterlife, so I won't ever get to see them again. All that fun stuff. And then finally, how long would you survive in a zombie apocalypse? I wouldn't. Not at all. I am very weak. I do not have a high pain tolerance, and I get hangry really easily. So I'm ended it for myself if there's a zombie apocalypse. There's just no way. I finished up everything I needed to do, and those are all the questions. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoy the rest of your day. No. Get the angles. Oh, no. Oh. Well, that's not gonna work. You're just talking to a friend. It's fine. Everything's fine. This is so boring. Oh my god. I can just cut out the rest. It's fine. I'm flopping. Oh, that's that's not the right package. Oh, me. No, I don't think I can say that. Wait, what's the date? Oh, I need ounces. This is a mess all over the place. Jeez Louise. That's not how you say that word. This is not going well. I can do it. I don't need to include this. I don't think so.